Chosen ones, God has spoken. You passed the test He never thought you could. Congratulations, your faith held strong where others would have crumbled, and now a divine breakthrough is unfolding before you. This isn't just a moment. It's the turning point of your life, a spiritual awakening that marks the beginning of God's overflowing blessings. You've walked through fire, faced storms that seemed impossible, and stood firm when the world expected you to fall. The Creator of the universe has seen your heart, and He's ready to pour out a reward so powerful it will shake the foundations of your reality. Your test wasn't easy. It was the kind that breaks spirits, shatters dreams, and leaves most people questioning everything. Maybe it was a season of loss, relationships that fell apart, opportunities that slipped through your fingers, or moments when you felt alone in the dark. But you kept going. You trusted when doubt screamed louder than hope. You prayed when the answers seemed far away. Think of Job in the Bible, stripped of everything, wealth, family, health, yet he refused to curse God. Though he slay me, yet will I trust him. Job 13:15. That's you, chosen one. You faced the furnace and came out refined, not burned. Your faith wasn't just tested, it was forged into something unbreakable. Now pause for a moment and let this sink in. You didn't just survive, you thrived. God saw every tear, every sleepless night, every time you chose faith over fear, and He's saying, well done. This isn't about what you've done on your own. It's about what God's done through you. Your strength wasn't yours alone. It was His power working in you. The test you passed wasn't about proving yourself to the world. It was about proving to yourself that you're ready for the destiny God has written for you. So, hit that like button, subscribe to join thousands of chosen one souls, and type 7 Sempiswift in the comments to declare that you're claiming this moment. That number carries divine completion, a signal to the heavens that you're ready for what's next. The reward coming your way isn't ordinary. It's not just a paycheck, a new job, or a fleeting moment of happiness. This is divine provision, a flood of abundance that touches every corner of your life, your health, your relationships, your purpose. Picture a dam breaking, releasing a river that sweeps away every obstacle. That's what God's preparing for you. The struggles you faced weren't random, they were preparation. Every closed door taught you patience. Every betrayal taught you forgiveness. Every moment of lack taught you to trust in God's timing. Now, those lessons are about to pay off in ways you can't imagine. Think about Joseph, sold into slavery, thrown into prison, forgotten by those he helped. The world saw a nobody, but God saw a leader. Every trial Joseph faced was a stepping stone to his destiny as Egypt's governor. Your story mirrors his. The tests you passed weren't meant to destroy you, they were meant to position you. The world may have counted you out, but God counted you in. He's been working behind the scenes, aligning people, opportunities, and resources to meet you at this exact moment. Your breakthrough isn't coming, it's here. Type 777 in the comments to affirm that you see it, that you're ready to step into this new season. What makes you different, chosen one, is your heart. You didn't give up when the pressure was unbearable. You didn't let bitterness take root when others turned their backs. You chose love over hate, faith over despair. That's why God's proud of you. He's not just giving you a reward, He's entrusting you with a calling. Your life is about to become a testimony, a living proof of what happens when someone trusts God through the impossible. People will look at you and wonder, how did they do it? They'll see the light in your eyes, the peace in your step, and they won't understand it, but they'll feel it. This moment feels like a victory, and it is. But it's also a beginning. Passing God's test means you're ready for a new level of purpose. You're not just here to receive blessings, you're here to share them. Your abundance is meant to overflow, to touch lives, to change communities. Think of Esther, a young woman who faced a test of courage to save her people. She could have stayed silent, but she stepped forward saying, "If I perish, I perish." Esther 4:16. Her faith turned a moment of fear into a legacy of salvation. You're standing at a similar crossroads. Chosen one, your victory is bigger than you. It's for those around you, for generations to come. Now, let's talk about what's ahead. God's reward isn't just about material wealth, though financial freedom may be part of it. It's about a life of purpose, where every step feels aligned with His plan. You've passed the test, so the doors that were once locked are swinging open. Opportunities you never expected, new relationships, career paths, moments of joy are on their way. But this isn't about sitting back and waiting. God's calling you to act, to walk boldly into this new chapter. Type 777 in the comments to seal this truth, to let the universe know you're ready to move forward. Your faith has carried you this far, but it's also reshaped you. You're not the same person who started this journey. The test stripped away doubt, fear, and anything that held you back. Look at David, a shepherd boy facing Goliath. The world laughed at him, but he didn't need armor or a sword. He had faith. "The Lord who delivered me from the paw of the lion and the bear will deliver me from this Philistine." 1 Samuel 17:37. That's your story too. You faced giants, problems, pain, setbacks, and you didn't flinch. Now you're stepping into a season where your faith becomes your strength, your shield, your victory. The world might not understand what's happening to you. Friends, family, even strangers might look at your life and wonder why things are falling into place. They'll see the glow of divine purpose in you, the confidence that comes from knowing God's got you. This isn't about pride, it's about peace. You've walked through the valley, and now you're climbing the mountain. The view from the top is breathtaking, chosen one. You're not just surviving, you're thriving. Your life is a testament to God's faithfulness, a beacon of hope for anyone who's still in their test. Every test you faced was a setup for this moment. God didn't bring you this far to leave you. He's been shaping you, preparing you for a destiny that's bigger than your wildest dreams. Think of Moses, who spent 40 years in the wilderness before leading his people to freedom. His test wasn't punishment, it was training. Your struggles weren't meant to break you, they were meant to build you. Now you're ready to lead, to inspire, to show others what's possible when you trust God. Your story is becoming a light that others will follow. This victory isn't just about you, it's about the ripple effect you're creating. Your faith, your courage, your refusal to give up, they're inspiring others. People are watching, even if you don't see it. They're seeing someone who faced the impossible and came out stronger. Your life is proof that God's plan is real, that His promises are true. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, Isaiah 54:17. That's not just a verse, it's your reality. You've walked through the fire, and now you're shining brighter than ever. Let's take a moment to celebrate this. You've earned it, chosen one. God's saying, you did it, but He's also saying, this is just the beginning. The test you passed has unlocked a new level of faith, a new depth of purpose. You're not just walking into blessings. You're walking into a life where you carry God's light wherever you go. So, hit that like button to share this energy, and type 777 in the comments one last time to declare that you're stepping into this divine promise. Your breakthrough is here, and it's only getting bigger. The test you passed wasn't just about endurance, it was about trust. You trusted God when the path was dark, when the answers weren't clear. That trust is why you're standing here now, ready to receive what He's prepared. Think of Daniel in the lion's den. The world expected him to be torn apart, but he trusted God, and the lions couldn't touch him. My God sent His angel and shut the lions' mouths. Daniel 6:22. That's what God's done for you. The threats, the fears, the doubts, They couldn't touch you because God was with you. Now picture yourself standing at the edge of a new season. The old struggles are behind you. The weight of the past is gone. You're not carrying those burdens anymore. God's taken them. What's ahead is a life of divine provision, where every need is met, every dream is possible. This isn't about chasing wealth or status. It's about living in alignment with God's plan. Your purpose is clear now, chosen one. You're here to show the world what faith can do, to prove that God's promises never fail. Your victory is a testimony, but it's also a responsibility. God's entrusted you with this moment because He knows you can handle it. You're not just receiving blessings, you're becoming a blessing. Think of Ruth, who faced loss and uncertainty but stayed faithful. Her loyalty led her to Boaz, to a new life, to a legacy that changed history. Your faithfulness is leading you to a similar place, a life where your actions, your choices, your faith shape the future. You're not just a survivor, you're a builder of God's kingdom. The world needs your light, chosen one. You've passed the test, and now it's time to shine. People will see your joy, your peace, your strength, and they'll want to know how you did it. Your life is a story of God's grace, a living proof that He never leaves His chosen ones. So, subscribe to join thousands of chosen one souls who are walking this path with you. Your journey is inspiring others, and together you're creating a movement of faith, hope, and divine purpose. This new season isn't just about what you receive, it's about what you give. Your victory equips you to lift others up, to show them the way. Think of the woman at the well who met Jesus and ran to tell her village. Her encounter with Him didn't just change her, it changed everyone around her. That's your calling now. Your breakthrough isn't just for you, it's for those who need to see God's power through you. Every step you take is a chance to share His love, His hope, His promises. The test you passed has made you stronger, but it's also made you wiser. You see things differently now. Where others see obstacles, you see opportunities. Where others see failure, you see growth. This is the gift of your spiritual awakening, a clarity that comes from walking with God. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? Psalm 27:1. You've lived this truth, chosen one. Fear no longer controls you because you know who's guiding you. Your life is a canvas, and God's painting a masterpiece. Every trial, every tear, every moment of faith has added color to this picture. Now, the world gets to see it. Your confidence, your joy, your purpose. They're all part of this divine artwork. People will look at you and see something different, something real. They'll see a life transformed by God's hand, a testimony of what happens when you trust Him through the impossible. This moment is yours, chosen one, but it's also bigger than you. Your victory is a spark that ignites hope in others. Think of Martin Luther King Jr., who faced hatred and opposition but kept speaking truth. His faith didn't just change his life, it changed the world. Your faith is doing the same. Every time you choose to stand firm, to trust God, to live in His purpose, you're sending ripples of hope to those around you. Your life is a beacon, showing others that they too can pass their tests. God's reward for you is already in motion. It's not something you have to chase, it's something you walk into. Picture a door opening, revealing a path lined with blessings. That's where you're headed. The struggles of the past were heavy, but they've made you strong enough to carry what's coming. Financial freedom, personal transformation, overflowing blessings. They're all part of God's plan for you. Trust that He's leading you to a place where every need is met, every dream is possible. Your test was never about punishment, it was about preparation. God saw something in you that the world couldn't see. He knew you could handle it. Think of Abraham, who waited years for God's promise of a son. When the test came, when God asked for Isaac, Abraham trusted. By faith, Abraham, when he was tested, offered up Isaac. Hebrews 11:17. Your trust has brought you to this moment, chosen one. You're not just ready for the reward, you're ready for the responsibility that comes with it. The world will try to pull you back, to remind you of your past, to make you doubt this new season. But you're not going back. You've passed the test, and God's got you. No one can take away what He's promised. The doubts, the naysayers, the fears, they're powerless now. You're walking in divine purpose, and nothing can stop you. Your life is a living testimony of God's faithfulness, a proof that His promises are real, that His love never fails. This victory is a milestone, but it's not the end. God's plan for you is unfolding, and it's bigger than you can imagine. Every step you take now is guided by His hand. You're not just walking, you're soaring. The tests of the past have given you wings, and now you're ready to fly. Your purpose, your destiny, your abundance, they're all waiting for you to claim them. So, stand tall, chosen one. The world is watching, and God's cheering you on. Your faith has rewritten your story. Where others saw failure, God saw potential. Where others saw the end, God saw a new beginning. You're not defined by your past, you're defined by His purpose. Think of Rahab, who turned from her past to become part of God's plan. Her faith saved her family and placed her in the lineage of Jesus. Your faith is doing the same. It's rewriting your future, shaping a legacy that will outlast you. The test you passed wasn't just about you. It was about proving what's possible. You've shown the world that faith can move mountains, that trust can break chains, that God's love can transform anything. Now, you're stepping into a season where every dream feels within reach, where every goal is possible. This is your moment, chosen one. God's saying, you did it, and I'm not done with you yet. Your life is about to shine brighter than you ever imagined. The reward God has for you isn't just about what you receive, it's about who you're becoming. You're becoming a vessel for His glory, a light for His kingdom. Every trial you faced was a brushstroke in this masterpiece. Now, the canvas is complete, and it's breathtaking. People will see your life and know that God is real. They'll see your peace, your strength, your joy, and they'll want it too. Your victory is a call to others to trust, to believe, to keep going. This new chapter is about more than blessings. It's about impact. God's entrusted you with this moment because He knows you'll use it well. You're not just here to receive, you're here to give. Your abundance, your faith, your story, they're meant to lift others up. Think of the disciples who went from fishermen to world changers because they trusted Jesus. Your trust is turning you into a world changer too. Your life is a testimony that God's promises are true, that His plan is perfect. The world might not understand your journey, but they'll see the results. They'll see a life transformed, a heart renewed, a purpose fulfilled. You've passed the test, chosen one, and now the real work begins. Not work of struggle, but work of shining. You're here to show others what's possible, to lead them to their own victories. Your faith is a spark that can ignite a fire in others, a light that can guide them through their own darkness. God's reward is already here, but it's up to you to walk into it. Every step you take now is a step toward your destiny. You're not just surviving, you're thriving. You're not just existing, you're shining. The test was hard, but it made you unstoppable. Now you're ready for everything God has planned. Your life is a proof of His power, a story of His love, a testament to His faithfulness. Keep walking, chosen one. The best is yet to come. This victory is yours, but it's also a gift to the world. Your faith has shown what's possible when you trust God. Think of Noah, who built an ark when everyone laughed. His obedience saved his family and changed history. Your obedience is changing history too. Every time you chose faith over fear, you were building something, a legacy, a testimony, a life that glorifies God. Now that legacy is ready to shine. The test you passed has unlocked a new level of faith, a new depth of purpose. You're not just walking into blessings. You're walking into a life where you carry God's light wherever you go. Your story is a beacon, a proof that God's promises never fail. The Lord will fulfill His purpose for me. Your steadfast love, O Lord, endures forever. Psalm 138:8. That's your truth, chosen one. You're living proof that God's love endures, that His plan is unstoppable. Your victory isn't just about the present, it's about the future. God's preparing you for things you can't yet see, but you're ready because you've already faced the hardest tests. Every trial was a stepping stone to this moment. Now you're standing on solid ground, ready to build something eternal. Your life is a testimony, a light, a promise that God's plan is always bigger, always better, always true. The world is watching, chosen one. They're seeing someone who faced the impossible and came out stronger. Your faith, your courage, your trust, they're inspiring others to keep going. You're not just a survivor, you're a leader. Your life is proof that God's promises are real, that His love never fails. So, keep shining, keep trusting, keep walking in the purpose He's given you. Your victory is just the beginning. This moment is a turning point, but it's also a call to action. God's saying, you passed the test, now go change the world. Your faith has prepared you for this. You're ready to step into a life of abundance, purpose, and impact. Every step you take now is guided by His hand. You're not just walking, you're soaring. The tests of the past have given you wings, and now you're ready to fly. Your destiny is waiting, chosen one. Claim it. The reward God has for you is already in motion. It's not something you have to chase. It's something you walk into. Picture a door opening, revealing a path lined with blessings. That's where you're headed. The struggles of the past were heavy, but they've made you strong enough to carry what's coming. Financial freedom, personal transformation, overflowing blessings, they're all part of God's plan for you. Trust that He's leading you to a place where every need is met, every dream is possible. Your faith has rewritten your story. Where others saw failure, God saw potential. Where others saw the end, God saw a new beginning. You're not defined by your past, you're defined by His purpose. Think of Rahab, who turned from her past to become part of God's plan. Her faith saved her family and placed her in the lineage of Jesus. Your faith is doing the same. It's rewriting your future, shaping a legacy that will outlast you. The test you passed wasn't just about you. It was about proving what's possible. You've shown the world that faith can move mountains, that trust can break chains, that God's love can transform anything. Now, you're stepping into a season where every dream feels within reach, where every goal is possible. This is your moment, chosen one. God saying, you did it, and I'm not done with you yet. Your life is about to shine brighter than you ever imagined. The reward God has for you isn't just about what you receive. It's about who you're becoming. You're becoming a vessel for His glory, a light for His kingdom. Every trial you faced was a brushstroke in this masterpiece. Now, the canvas is complete, and it's breathtaking. People will see your life and know that God is real. They'll see your peace, your strength, your joy, and they'll want it too. Your victory is a call to others to trust, to believe, to keep going. This new chapter is about more than blessings. It's about impact. God's entrusted you with this moment because He knows you'll use it well. You're not just here to receive, you're here to give. Your abundance, your faith, your story, they're meant to lift others up. Think of the disciples who went from fishermen to world changers because they trusted Jesus. Your trust is turning you into a world changer too. Your life is a testimony that God's promises are true, that His plan is perfect. The world might not understand your journey, but they'll see the results. They'll see a life transformed, a heart renewed, a purpose fulfilled. You've passed the test, chosen one, and now the real work begins. Not work of struggle, but work of shining. You're here to show others what's possible, to lead them to their own victories. Your faith is a spark that can ignite a fire in others, a light that can guide them through their own darkness. God's reward is already here, but it's up to you to walk into it. Every step you take now is a step toward your destiny. You're not just surviving, you're thriving. You're not just existing, you're shining. The test was hard, but it made you unstoppable. Now, you're ready for everything God has planned. Your life is a proof of His power, a story of His love, a testament to His faithfulness. Keep walking, chosen one. The best is yet to come. Your victory, chosen one, is not just a personal triumph. It's a divine declaration. God has seen your heart, tested your resolve, and now He's lifting you into a season where His promises take root in ways you never thought possible. The test you passed wasn't about proving yourself to others. It was about proving to yourself that you're ready to carry the mantle of His purpose. Every moment of struggle was a seed planted, and now those seeds are sprouting into a harvest of abundance, joy, and unshakable peace. Think of Hannah, who prayed through years of barrenness, mocked by those around her. She didn't let despair win. She poured out her soul to God, and He answered with Samuel, a prophet who changed a nation. Your prayers, your persistence, your refusal to give up, they've moved heaven. The test you faced was your wilderness, but now you're stepping into your promised land. God's saying, you're ready. The blessings coming aren't just for you. They're for those you're destined to uplift, to inspire, to lead. This new season is about walking in authority. You've passed the test, so God's handing you the keys to doors you didn't even know existed. These aren't just opportunities. They're divine appointments. Picture a path lined with moments that align perfectly with your purpose. New connections, unexpected breakthroughs, moments of clarity that make your heart sing. You're not chasing these things. They're coming to you because you've proven you can handle them. Your faith has made you a vessel for God's miracles. The world may have tried to define you by your struggles, but God defines you by His plan. You're not the person who stumbled in the dark. You're the one who found the light. Your test taught you to see beyond the surface, to trust beyond the visible. Like Peter, who stepped out of the boat onto the water, you didn't let the waves scare you. Come, Jesus said, and Peter walked. Matthew 14:29. You've walked on water, chosen one, trusting God when the world said it was impossible. Now, you're ready to lead others to do the same. Your victory is a foundation, not a finish line. God's building something extraordinary through you. Every test you faced was a brick, every prayer a cornerstone. Now, the structure is rising, a life that reflects His glory, a testimony that draws others to Him. You're not just receiving blessings, you're becoming a blessing. People will look at your life and see the impossible made possible. They'll see a heart that trusted, a soul that endured, a spirit that shines with divine purpose. This moment is about stepping into your calling with boldness. The test you passed wasn't just about surviving, it was about preparing you to lead. God's entrusted you with a mission, a purpose that's bigger than you. Think of Deborah, the judge who led Israel with wisdom and courage. She didn't wait for permission. She stood in her God-given authority and changed the course of history. Judges 4:4-5. You're standing in that same authority now, chosen one. Your voice, your actions, your faith, they're shaping the world around you. The blessings coming your way are like a river that never stops flowing. They're not limited by time, circumstance, or human understanding. God's provision is endless, and He's pouring it out on you because you've shown you can steward it well. Picture a wellspring bubbling up, overflowing into every area of your life. Your finances, your health, your relationships. This isn't about what you deserve. It's about what God's promised. He's saying, I've got you, and I'm not letting go. Your test has given you a new perspective. You see the world differently now. Where others see chaos, you see God's order. Where others see dead ends, you see new beginnings. This clarity is a gift, a divine lens that lets you navigate life with confidence. Like Elijah, who heard God's still, small voice in the midst of the storm, 1 Kings 19:12, you've learned to listen for his guidance. That's why you're unstoppable, chosen one. You hear what others miss, and you trust what others doubt. The world will notice the change in you. They'll see the peace that radiates from your heart, the strength that carries you through challenges, the joy that lights up your face. This isn't about appearances, it's about presence. Your presence carries God's power, and it's drawing people to you. They may not understand it, but they'll feel it. Your life is becoming a magnet for those seeking hope, a beacon for those lost in their own tests. You're showing them what's possible when you trust God. Your victory is a seed planted in the hearts of others. Every time you share your story, every time you live out your faith, you're planting hope. Think of Paul, who turned his imprisonment into a platform for spreading the gospel. What has happened to me has actually served to advance the gospel, Philippians 1:12. Your struggles, your triumphs, your faith, they're advancing God's kingdom. People are watching, and they're being changed by what they see in you. This new chapter is about living with intention. You've passed the test, so now every choice you make carries weight. God's calling you to move with purpose, to act with faith, to live with boldness. The opportunities coming your way aren't random, they're divine setups. Picture a chessboard where God's the master player, moving pieces to position you for victory. Your job is to trust his strategy, to step where he leads, to believe in the plan he's unfolding. The test you passed has made you resilient, but it's also made you radiant. You're not just carrying God's light, you're reflecting it. People will see it in the way you speak, the way you love, the way you live. This radiance isn't about perfection. It's about authenticity. You've walked through the fire and come out shining, not because you're flawless, but because you're faithful. Your life is a mirror of God's grace, showing others what's possible when you trust him. Your victory is a bridge to your destiny. Every test you faced was a plank laid down, every moment of faith a step forward. Now, you're crossing into a new land, a place where God's promises are your reality. Think of the Israelites crossing the Jordan into the promised land. Joshua chapter 3:17. The waters parted because they trusted God's command to move. You're standing at your own Jordan, chosen one, and the waters are parting for you. Step forward with faith, knowing God's leading you to abundance. The world may try to pull you back, to remind you of your old struggles, your old doubts. But you're not that person anymore. The test reshaped you, refined you, made you new. You're not bound by the past. You're free in God's purpose. Like Lazarus, raised from the dead, you're walking out of the tomb into new life. John 11:44. The grave clothes are off, chosen one. You're alive, free, and ready to live the destiny God's prepared for you. This moment is about claiming what's yours. God's promises aren't just words, they're guarantees. Your test proved you're ready to receive them. Picture a treasure chest filled with blessings God's been holding for you. The key was your faith, and now the chest is open. Financial freedom, spiritual growth, unshakable peace. They're all yours to claim. You don't have to fight for them. You just have to walk in the truth that they're already yours. Your victory has shifted something in the spiritual realm. The test you passed wasn't just personal, it was cosmic. You've sent ripples through the heavens, proving that faith triumphs over fear, that light overcomes darkness. Think of Jesus in the wilderness, facing Satan's temptations. He didn't waver, and the devil fled. Matthew 4:11. Your faith has done the same, chosen one. The forces that tried to break you are retreating, and the heavens are rejoicing. The blessings coming your way are like stars in the night sky, too many to count, each one shining with God's glory. You're not just receiving them, you're reflecting them. Your life is becoming a constellation, a story written in the heavens for all to see. People will look at you and see God's handiwork, a life transformed by His love. Your victory isn't just a moment, it's a legacy, a light that will shine for generations. This new season is about stepping into your God-given authority. You're not just a survivor, you're a conqueror. The test you passed has crowned you with strength, wisdom, and purpose. Like David, who went from shepherd to king, you're rising to a new level of influence. 1 Samuel 16:13. Your words, your actions, your faith, they carry power now. Use them to build, to bless, to bring others into the light of God's love. Your victory is a call to action. God's saying, you've passed the test. Now go show the world what I can do. Your life is a platform, a stage for His glory. Every step you take, every choice you make, is a chance to reflect His power. Think of Nehemiah, who rebuilt Jerusalem's walls despite opposition. He didn't let fear stop him. He trusted God's call. Nehemiah 2:20. You're rebuilding something too, chosen one, a life, a legacy, a future that glorifies God. The test you passed has given you a new heart, a new vision, a new purpose. You're not just walking through life, you're walking in destiny. Every trial was a lesson, every struggle a teacher. Now, you're ready to lead others through their own tests. Your faith, your story, your victory. They're tools God's given you to change the world. Step forward, chosen one. The path is clear, and God's walking with you. This moment is about embracing the fullness of God's plan. The test wasn't the end, it was the beginning. You're stepping into a season where every promise is fulfilled, every dream is possible. Picture a field ready for harvest, bursting with fruit. That's your life now, chosen one. The seeds of faith you planted are bearing fruit, and the harvest is abundant. Trust God's timing and watch His blessings overflow. Your victory has made you a light in the darkness. People are drawn to you, not because of what you've done, but because of who you're becoming. Your faith has transformed you into a vessel for God's glory. Like Mary, who carried Jesus despite the world's judgment, you're carrying something divine. Luke 1:38. Your life is a miracle, a testimony, a proof that God's love never fails. Keep shining, chosen one. The world needs your light. The test you passed has unlocked a new level of trust. You've learned to lean on God, to rest in His promises. Now that trust is your strength. It's what carries you through challenges, what opens doors, what makes the impossible possible. Think of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who faced the fiery furnace without fear. Our God whom we serve is able to deliver us. Daniel 3:17. That's your faith, chosen one, unshakable, unstoppable, divine. Your victory is a turning point, not just for you, but for those around you. Your faith is a spark that ignites hope in others. People will see your life and know that God is real. They'll see your peace, your strength, your joy, and they'll want it too. You're not just living for yourself, you're living for them. Your story is a bridge, leading others to their own breakthroughs, their own victories, their own faith. This new season is about walking in confidence. You've passed the test, so you know who you are. You're not defined by your past, your mistakes, or your struggles. You're defined by God's purpose, His love, His plan. Like Gideon, who went from hiding to leading an army, you're stepping into your calling. Judges 6:12. You're not weak, you're mighty. You're not lost, you're found. You're not broken, you're whole. The blessings God has for you are already in motion. They're not something you have to earn, they're something you receive. Picture a river flowing toward you, carrying everything you need. That's God's provision, chosen one. It's endless, unstoppable, and yours. Trust that He's working even when you can't see it. Your faith has opened the floodgates, and the blessings are pouring in. Your victory is a testament to God's power. You've shown the world that faith can overcome anything. Now, you're ready to live a life that reflects His glory. Every step you take is a declaration of His faithfulness. Think of the woman with the issue of blood, who reached for Jesus and was healed, Mark 5:34. Your faith has reached out, and God's responding. Your healing, your breakthrough, your abundance, it's here. This moment is about stepping into your destiny with boldness. The test prepared you, but now it's time to act. God's calling you to move, to build, to shine. You're not just a survivor, you're a creator, a leader, a light. Your life is a canvas, and God's painting something beautiful. Trust His brush strokes, chosen one. The masterpiece is unfolding, and it's breathtaking. The world will see your victory and wonder how you did it. They'll see the peace in your heart, the strength in your step, the purpose in your eyes. They won't understand it, but they'll feel it. Your life is a testimony, a proof that God's promises are true. You're not just living, you're shining. You're not just existing, you're thriving. Keep walking, chosen one. The path is yours, and God's leading the way. Your faith has made you unstoppable. The test you passed wasn't the end, it was the beginning of something greater. God's saying, you're ready for what's next. The blessings, the opportunities, the purpose, they're all waiting for you. Step forward with confidence, knowing that He's with you. Your victory is a spark, a light, a promise that God's plan is always perfect. This new season is about living fully in God's purpose. You've passed the test, so you know you're ready. The struggles of the past are gone, and the future is bright. Picture a sunrise, breaking through the darkness, lighting up the world. That's your life now, chosen one. You're the sunrise, and the world is waking up to your light. Keep shining, keep trusting, keep walking in His plan. Your faith has built a bridge to a future that shines with God's glory. Chosen one. The test you passed wasn't just a hurdle, it was a doorway. Every moment you chose to trust, every time you stood firm, you were laying the foundation for a life that reflects His power. Now you're crossing that bridge into a season where every step feels like a miracle. The world may see you as ordinary, but God sees a masterpiece, a vessel for His divine purpose, ready to carry His light into places others fear to go. Picture a seed buried in the dark, pressed down by the weight of the earth. It doesn't look like much, but beneath the surface, it's breaking through, reaching for the light. That's been your journey. The test was the soil, the pressure, the darkness. But you kept pushing, kept growing, kept trusting. Now you're breaking through, chosen one. The sunlight is yours, and the world will see the beauty of what God's grown in you. Your life is a garden, blooming with His promises. The victory you've claimed is more than personal. It's eternal. God's plan for you stretches beyond this moment, beyond this lifetime. You're not just walking in blessings, you're walking in legacy. Think of Abraham, whose faith made him the father of nations. I will make you a great nation, and I will bless you. Genesis 12:2. Your faith is making you a source of blessing too. Your life is a seed that will grow into a tree of hope, sheltering others for generations. This new season is about living with divine clarity. The test sharpened your vision, teaching you to see God's hand where others see chaos. You're not swayed by the noise of the world anymore, like Elisha, who saw the armies of heaven when others saw only enemies. 2 Kings 6:17. You see what's real. This clarity is your strength, chosen one. It's why you move with confidence, why you trust when others doubt, why you shine when others dim. And your victory has changed the way you walk through the world. There's a steadiness in your step, a peace in your heart, a fire in your spirit. The test didn't just prove your faith, it revealed your power. You're not just a survivor, you're a force. People will feel it when they're around you. They'll sense the presence of God in your words, your actions, your very being. Your life is a testimony, drawing others to the one who carried you through. The blessings God's pouring out are like rain on a thirsty land. They're soaking into every part of your life, bringing growth where there was dryness, life where there was barrenness. This isn't just about financial freedom or personal success. It's about a fullness that transforms everything. Your relationships will deepen, your purpose will sharpen, your joy will overflow. God's saying, I've seen your faith, and I'm making all things new. Trust Him, chosen one. The rain is falling. Your test taught you to stand firm, but it also taught you to let go. You've released the things that held you back: fear, doubt, the opinions of others. Now, you're free to move forward, unburdened, unstoppable. Think of the woman who anointed Jesus with costly oil. The world called it a waste, but she gave it freely, trusting His purpose. Mark 14:3-9. Your faith is that offering, chosen one. It's costly, precious, and God's honoring it with blessings beyond measure. This moment is about embracing your divine identity. You're not just someone who passed a test. You're someone God's chosen to carry His light. Your life is a reflection of His glory, a proof of His love. People will look at you and see something different, not because you're perfect, but because you're His. Your story is a mirror, showing others what's possible when you trust God through the impossible. Keep shining, chosen one. The world needs your light. The victory you've won is a call to rise higher. God's not just blessing you, He's elevating you. You're stepping into a season where your influence grows, where your voice carries weight, where your faith inspires change. Like Daniel, who rose to lead in a foreign land because he trusted God, Daniel 2:48. You're being positioned for impact. Your life is a platform, a stage for God's power to shine through you. The test you passed has given you a new kind of strength. Not the kind that fights, but the kind that endures. It's the strength to stay steady when the world shakes, to love when others hate, to trust when others falter. This strength is your gift, chosen one. It's what sets you apart. People will see it in the way you face challenges, the way you lift others up, the way you live with purpose. Your life is a testimony of what God can do through a faithful heart. Your journey is a map for others. The path you've walked, the tests you've passed, they're showing others the way. You're not just living for yourself, you're living for those who need to see God's power in action. Think of John the Baptist, who prepared the way for Jesus. I am the voice of one calling in the wilderness, John 1:23. You're a voice too, chosen one. A voice of hope, of faith, of truth. Your life is pointing others to Him. The blessings coming your way are like a fire that warms everything it touches. They're not just for you, they're for your family, your community, your world. God's provision is overflowing, spilling out to those around you. You're becoming a source of light, a well of hope, a river of blessing. Trust that He's using you to change lives, to heal hearts, to show others what's possible when you walk in His purpose. Your victory has shifted the atmosphere around you. The test taught you to stand in faith, and now that faith is changing the air you breathe. People will feel it when they're near you, the peace, the strength, the presence of God. You're not just carrying His light, you're radiating it. Like Moses, whose face glowed after meeting God. Exodus 34:29. Your life is glowing with His glory. Others will see it and know something divine is at work. This new season is about walking in divine timing. The test prepared you to trust God's schedule, not the world's. You've learned that His timing is perfect, that every delay was a setup for something greater. Now, you're in sync with His rhythm. Opportunities will come at the right moment. Connections will form when you need them. Blessings will arrive when you're ready. Trust the process, chosen one. God's clock is always ticking in your favor. Your faith has made you a beacon, a light that others can't ignore. The test didn't just strengthen you, it revealed you. You're not hidden anymore. You're shining. People will be drawn to you, not because of what you do, but because of who you are. Your life is a proof of God's power, a story of His love. You are the light of the world. Matthew 5:14, that's you, chosen one, a light that can't be hidden. The victory you've claimed is a foundation for something eternal. God's building a legacy through you, one that will outlast your lifetime. Every act of faith, every moment of trust is a brick in this structure. You're not just living for today, you're building for tomorrow. Think of Joseph's storehouses, filled during years of plenty to save a nation. Genesis 41:49. Your faith is filling storehouses, chosen one, preparing you to bless others in ways you can't yet see. This moment is about stepping into your divine purpose with boldness. The test wasn't just about surviving, it was about preparing you to thrive. God's calling you to move, to act, to live with intention. You're not waiting for permission, you're walking in authority. Like Esther, who stepped forward to save her people, you're stepping into a role that changes everything. Esther 4:14. Your life is a movement, a force, a testimony of God's power. The blessings God's pouring out are like a melody, harmonizing every part of your life. They're bringing rhythm to your days, beauty to your moments, purpose to your steps. You're not just receiving them, you're dancing to them. Trust that God's composing something beautiful through you. Your life is a song, and the world is listening. Keep moving, chosen one. The music is just beginning. Your victory has given you a new voice. The test taught you to speak with faith, to declare God's promises with confidence. Now, your words carry power. They're not just words. They're seeds, planting hope in others, growing faith in those who hear you. Like Isaiah, who said, "The Spirit of the Lord is upon me." Isaiah 61:1, you're speaking life, freedom, and healing. Your voice is a gift, chosen one. Use it to change the world. The test you passed has made you a warrior, not of weapons, but of faith. You've learned to fight with trust, to win with love, to conquer with peace. This is your strength, chosen one. It's why you're unstoppable. People will see it in the way you face challenges, the way you rise above fear, the way you shine in the dark. Your life is a battle won, a victory claimed, a testimony of God's power. This new season is about living with divine expectation. You've passed the test, so you know God's promises are true. Now you're ready to expect the impossible. Picture a horizon stretching wide, filled with possibilities you never dared to dream. That's where you're headed, chosen one. God's opening doors, aligning moments, preparing blessings. Trust Him and watch the impossible become your reality.